everyone. As always, 50% off, and the link to our store is in the description below. You can only get it through my eBay live streams. And then we'll start packaging here in a couple of minutes. Whoa! Hello there, Ivan. Good afternoon to you. I believe it's afternoon, probably. Yeah. It's like 2. It's almost like 3 there for you, probably, I think. I think I'm going to be trying to get on today. My neck's feeling a lot better. It's actually, I can do stuff and it still hurts, but it's tolerable. But if I sit with good posture, then it doesn't really hurt. So I'm gonna try to stream. We might just end up doing the new Rush Overdrive Zombies mode / just kind of going for like rocket clips. Because as soon as I start to like lean forward, that's when it hurts. But it's feeling a lot better. I actually got some good sleep last night, so I could sleep on my side too. Honestly, the chiropractor probably didn't help that much at all, really. I don't even know. Like, I don't go to the chiropractor. I used to go when I like was in high school, fucking 10 years ago, and playing sports, but I don't go anymore because I don't really need to. I stretch on my own. I can stretch myself and pop myself. I don't really need the chiropractor. The only reason I've gone recently is because of my neck, and normally he fixes it, but this time when he did it, it actually kind of made it hurt a little bit more. So I think it was just something that I needed to work out myself. Plus, I know exactly what it's from. I ate like crap from last Thursday all the way till Monday. I ate like crap. And then on Monday, I usually stretch like 5 to 6 times a day. I only stretched one time on Monday. And then Tuesday morning is when I woke up with my neck hurting. So I'll be right back. I gotta go put these in the printer. And then we'll start packaging. We actually will not need this box right now. We will need it here in a second. So we sold 2 plushes. One's a Thai Beanie Baby. It's an eagle. I think his name's Baldy. And then this other one is, it might be a Thai brand too. I can't remember, but it's like I don't think it's a Beanie Baby. It's a miniature like horse. But let's look for the eagle. Oh yeah, I did see if Ivan's still in here. When I was just watching stuff yesterday, I clicked on Crazy Noel's live stream and I saw you were playing with him and a few other people on the new zombie Rush Overdrive mode. I'm gonna call it zombies because that's pretty much what it is, just with planting bombs and guns. But you guys were playing the map. That's the ones that I got on. It was the one where you boat over to the harbor. That's the only other one I've played. But apparently there's 4 maps. So, how did he say anything? Did he like it? I didn't really stay too long in the stream. I stayed for like 20 minutes or so. But if Ivan's even in here still. I don't see an eagle in here so far. Here's a chicken. It's a type of bird. No, but on the conversation of my neck, it literally feels like it hurts, but like it feels like if you were to take like a piece of plastic and like put it on a stick and you stretch the piece of plastic, but it never breaks. And you need that piece of plastic to break, but it's not breaking. And it's just like right at the edge until it breaks, but it's right there so much that it fucking hurts. Okay. And it just won't fucking break. And when I say break, it feels like it needs to pop or something. It needs to release, but it's not. It's just right there too. It's like yesterday it was actually very painful. Today it's just like an annoying type of pain. Good morning, Don Julio. I'm packaging. Well, I was talking my neck's been hurting. That's another subject. That's what I was talking about. But I'm packaging eBay orders. We right now we're looking for a Thai beanie baby. It's an eagle. Yeah, the Mario. Maybe, Dan. It's like as always, like, see, look, I'm gonna find all the birds before I find the eagle. It's probably gonna be in the last, as I said, I'm gonna find all the birds. But yeah, it's probably gonna be in the last box, as always. Oh, maybe not. All right, we gotta check if it's the exact one. The one we did sell has a protector, but the inside has a little bit of stainage. It is, yeah. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's not like bad, but there's a little bit of like dirt or something on it. It's not the last box. I don't have to dump this all the way out either. God damn, I'll be right back, but one of the dogs is just going crazy. Oh my god. Alice! No! Just barking and it's echoing through the fucking neighborhood. Oh, wait. I need him. I didn't mean to throw him back. Yep, here's the Beanie Baby. Yep. Like, I want to feel bad for the dog barking, but it is fucking 9 a.m. And the only people I would feel sorry for are the college students, but it's spring break, so I don't. But, like, just out of, like, being a regular human... Well, I'm not a regular human, but being a nice human being, I want to make my dog stop barking. But at the same time, dogs just fucking bark at other dogs and noises, so, like, I don't really give a fuck. But at the same time, the nice part of being a human being in my brain is battling to let the dog in. But then I'm just like, no, the dog is having a good time outside. And if you're sleeping and it's 9 a.m. and it's waking you up, maybe you should rethink how you live your life. Unless if you're just, like, fucking sick or something, which then I can understand, but, like, I don't... Most of the time, the people that complain about dogs barking or, like, loud music are just people that have their lives slightly disrupted. I wouldn't even call it disrupted. It's just, like, they hear it, and they're like, I don't normally hear that, so I'm gonna complain about it. And, like, that's just, like, I live in a city. I couldn't even... I would feel like a terrible person if I called about a noise complaint in a fucking city during the day. There's gonna be goddamn noises. Unless if you live out in the country. And I won't even... It's more of a town, but I call it a city because we have enough people here like, we have noises like a city. The layout is definitely more like a town, though, but we have a college here, so, like, there's always construction, and then the college people making noises, and then the regular people, so it's kind of like a city, even though it's not a city. I don't even know if Stillwater is considered a city. I guess they do say within city limits here, but I don't know if they do that if that's just how they say it for, like, even towns. If they're like, this town has city limits, or is it the town limits? Then I don't even know. And I could also see being upset maybe if the dog was barking all day, but literally it's gonna be like at the most an hour. Still barking. There we go. 8.4 ounces. I got to go get the label. I'll be right back. And then I'll also tell you how much we sold the Baldy the Eagle for. Boop, boop, boop. So we sold the Eagle for $11.54. Next we got, it's Aurora horse plush, and it's like Texas themed. I think it's actually, I didn't post this. I know I didn't post that one, so it's gonna be in one of these boxes that are behind us, kinda, or behind you guys at least. They're in front of me. Alright, let's look for this freaking horse now. Hopefully it's in one of these top two, not the bottom ones, because then the bottom ones I'm gonna have to move some shit. Not this one. Doesn't look like. Yep, I'm gonna have to move stuff. Great. Whatever. You're special, Melvin. You're special. Only you would be my dog. You know that. You know that, Melvin. Only you would be my dog. That goes there. Lean up there. Oh gosh, okay. I'm gonna actually have to move this more. Happy New Year! I found some New Year poppers. Stay. All right. Does not look like he's in here. Chicago Bear. Chicago Bear. Blimp. It's a blimp. What's this guy? Oh, the St. Louis Blues, I believe. The hockey team. Easter M&M plush. I don't know what dragon this is. What? I don't know. It's just a dragon. Not in here. Watch it not be in any of these, and it's gonna be in one of the ones I did. I just don't remember doing it. I don't think I did it though. Oh, you know what I can do since I'm down here? And I remembered since it's such a big freaking item. Don't call me. No. Can celebrate making a sell. What do you mean? I don't remember if I said something. I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. Yeah, here's the big plush. And here's the plush we sold. Oh, hello. Oh, the poppers. Poppers, yes. Yeah, no, I don't want to have to clean it up. Oh man. That's funny. It's a little bit early for me. Not really, but like, you know, I'm kind of dumb. I say a lot of things and then I say them and then they just immediately get erased from my mind. Because most of the time I don't really mean them or they're just useless things that I'm saying to either entertain the stream or entertain my brain. So that's why sometimes, like right there, I didn't know what you were talking about, even though I just talked about it. Okay, I'm not going to try and pick that off. We gotta move everything back now. There's one. And two. Yeah, that too. Yeah, this talks or whatever. I think we tested it. I think it talks, I believe. Either way, this is one of the ones I deleted. And as you saw, I had to move a bunch of stuff, but I didn't want them to do that. But finally had something I had to get to sell. So now we can post this back. Now the only other thing I believe that I deleted was a NASCAR vest. And we weren't selling it before, so I'm not too worried about it. I'll find it one of these days. Put it back up. Yeah, here's the plush we sold. Aurora. The title has some sort of a name. Like on eBay, it has, like, the plush has a name other than just the brand. I don't remember. I'll have to look when I go get the label. Will it fit in this box? One sec. The stream might freeze for a second. I have to check on what size box it's on here. I actually no, it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same, ain't it? I'll be right back. I have to go check something. What's up, boy? Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm just struggling here because, like, I don't like how it, like, bends the neck, but it's not a whole lot. I just don't want them to get it and then the next, like, fucking bent. I don't think it would be, but the next box is just so much bigger. No, you know, I'm gonna do the right, but also I'm debating because we'll make a little bit more money on off of shipping if I use a smaller box. But I just did the calculations with the bigger box. We're still making plenty of shipping. I'm just battling in my brain. Should I do the right thing or should I make more money? I think I'm gonna do the right thing. The fuck is this attached to? What the fuck, man? The fuck was that about? That was stupid. I do have to go get another piece of paper. I'm probably actually not going to use this one. Yeah, this one's a little bit too... I don't like that. About this one. This one was better. This one's better. The other box I just grabbed was a little bit too wrinkly on one of the corners, if that makes sense. I should go get tape so I can block this part of it out. Or a piece of paper. See, I blocked that. Just in case. I don't think anyone would have a problem with us recycling boxes that have been used by a company. But we're going to block their name out, just in case. Because actually, when I go and drop my boxes off, the USPS office here has a sign that says, "Do not drop anything but USPS postage. If you drop Amazon or FedEx or UPS, your item will not be shipped." And it has like multiple signs. You can't even use an Amazon box. Like if it has that smile on it, they won't ship it. it has to, like, it can have labeling like this. Like, obviously, that's like the company who made the box. But like, if it has like another mailing service on it, they will not ship it. This isn't the thing I'm blocking out. Isn't a mailing company, but because they do that, I don't want to take the risk of them being weird about another's company name or logo being on the box. A little too big of a bag. Whatever. This'll do, this'll do. It's either a small Walmart bag and it's not going to be big enough for this plush, or it's one of these big ass bags. I try to save the really big bags for like that big pink plush that I had, or like just some big items, but sometimes I have to use them. So I'm not going to use bubble wrap. That'd be too much bubble wrap. If I'm using like if I'm using 4 or more sheets of bubble wrap on a plush, then I'm just gonna put it in a bag. Right. 1 pound, 5 ounces. Oh no. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna have to end up paying for shipping, but we're definitely not gonna make as much. I don't. This doesn't really matter because honestly, either this plush is either from someone that lives here, either they were a kid or one of the kids, or we got it for like 25 cents from a thrift store. So like, if we sell for $1, we're still four timing our money. So like, we did not sell for $1 though, but I'll give you the price here in a second. 1.5. Okie dokie. So we sold the horse plush for $16.87, and we only had to pay. We still made like $2 and something cents off the shipping or whatever, but we had to pay about 80 cents more because sometimes, like in the past when I've started taking over the like posting and stuff, that part of the business, um, I would go in and I started figuring out shipping and what we can do, what prices we can do and whatnot. And I would go in and do bulk changes, and sometimes every like it would be like if I did 100 items of a bulk change, it'd be like 1 to 3 things. Like this horse is kind of like an example. It got changed in a bulk edit to the whatever changes I did, when it should have had the original. Well, whoever posted it should have had the original shipping, but it got changed a little bit, but we still made shipping. It should have had, I believe it had over 1 pound shipping, but but it was preset to 13 ounces in an 11 by 8 by 6 box. And that was, I think, when I changed a bulk edit to a bunch of plushes, it changed the size and weight of the plush. And so now we had to pay a tiny bit more. Normally in the past, we like with books, we've had it to where we actually have to pay an extra little bit for shipping just to ship it to them. We still make money, but we actually end up having to pay shipping instead of making some money from shipping. But I think it happened a few times in a row, and then I went through and changed a bunch of it. I think I got most of it changed. Obviously, we still every once in a while will get stuff like this. They paid like $9 for shipping, and we only paid like $6 for our label. So I mean, we're still making $3 off of that. Plus, they paid however much for the actual plush. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I would have to look exactly. I know we sold the whole plush for 16 whatever change I just said. Like about a month ago, when we started doing clothes, we were just doing like t-shirts and hats and ties, and those don't ever, most of the time, t-shirts, unless if they're like a 3X 4X, they don't, even inside the box, if they're like a 3X or smaller, they don't go over a pound. But when we started doing jeans, we got the first few jeans, they didn't weigh over a pound in the box. So I was just like, oh, all jeans, I can just do our flat $9.99 shipping like I do for shirts. But then we got one that was over a pound, and it was going to like Utah or something. It was like almost as far to one of the coasts you can get without actually going to the coast. And we still made money and stuff, but we ended up having to pay a little bit more on shipping for our label. And then that's when I recently went and fixed a bunch of things. That was all just clothing, though. Plus, also, every once in a while, eBay will also change their policies around. So that we've also ran into stuff like, there's one time where we sold a VHS and they changed their shipping to where we had to pay more, and we hadn't adjusted to where we fixed our shipping, so we could still make the same amount of margin there. But we just didn't, obviously we didn't keep up to, we get notifications about policy changes. We just, at the time, I was new to it and my brother was just getting back into it, so like we weren't really keeping up with that stuff like that. And so like that time we had to change our shipping. That was the last, most recently we had to change our VHS shipping. When I started the VHS shipping, we were charging people like 420, and just in the year since I've started, eBay has changed its policies to where we now have to charge $5.99 for shipping. When we were charging 420, now if we charge 420, we'll be paying for our label. Like we'll be paying about 50 cents for our label instead of making money off the label. So we had to adjust it to $5.99. All right, that's gonna do it for me on my eBay stream. I am going to try and live stream some Battlefield. I don't know how long. I want to stream for 4 hours. I'm gonna aim for 4 hours, but I'm not gonna force myself. I can if I sit with good posture. It doesn't hurt. But if it starts hurting like it was yesterday, I'm just gonna get off. So the stream I might be on for like 30 minutes or an hour, and then I might be getting off. So, but I'm gonna try and stream on Battlefield today because it does feel a lot better. But I'm not gonna hurt myself even more just so I can stream. If it starts hurting like it was, I'm gonna just take another day off. I think that's about it. I am gonna go see the movie Ash. Look that trailer up. It looks good. I've talked about the movie Locked. My theater's not bringing it this week. Maybe they'll bring it next week. I don't know though. It's one of those movies that if they don't bring it on opening week, then they're probably not going to bring it, unless if it does really good. But yeah, I'm gonna go see the Ash movie tonight. So if I don't stream Battlefield, we have Ash movie to talk about next stream. But I'm gonna try and stream. Alrighty, that's it for today. If you're watching right now, have a good day, everyone. I'll see you in my Battlefield stream. To the people that go and watch my Battlefield content. And if you're watching this later on, have a good day, have a good night, have a good future. I'll see you in the next live stream.